Hello, beautiful people. Hello, beautiful people. My name is MarvinLeBlanc. JB Gosh is in the house. Welcome, Sandra Longmore, Jerry Kaum. Welcome, Coffee Goddess AO8. Love me some coffee. Love a fit. Got to have at least a couple of cups of coffee in the morning to get my motor running. Sandra Longmore is also a person that can help you get your motor running. If you're not following Sandra, she is full of love, and you should be following me for the same reason. Mrs. Vanessa 2020. Vanessa, where are you from? I don't think I've seen you before. There's some new people in the house. Please tell me where you're from. Marlene is in the house. The David Ballou, ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Benbrook, Texas. Benbrook, Texas is in the house. Froggy 504. Okay, very good. Florida is here. Seattle. I spent a wonderful 2 weeks in Seattle on two separate occasions about 3 years ago. It was phenomenal. Kauai, Hawaii. Oh my goodness. I have spent several visits in Hawaii, and I wish I was right now on one of those golf courses. Sandra, you can catch more of my scopes, and one of the ways you can catch it, for those that are new, all of my replays can be seen on Catch, KATCH.me/MarvinLeBlanc. That's where my replays are. Let's see, you say that Noka'oi? You were my insurance man. Very good. I am that to some people. Other people know me as a professional speaker, and some don't know me as either one of those things. They know me just as the Come Hell or High Water guy, because I wrote a book called Come Hell or High Water, Life Lessons from Hurricane Katrina. And so I discussed those frustrations that I went through and how we succeeded getting past it. Today, what I want to talk about is, why did I push the button? And what we're talking about is, why did I push the Periscope button? And I might be able to share some things that are a little bit different for you today on why I pushed the Periscope button. You see, the number one thing, yes, I am a motivational speaker. Sometimes people call me an inspirational speaker, because I technically can't motivate anyone. I can only inspire them to make a choice to be better. So there's a little bit difference, but I don't care. Most people say motivational speaker. They call me that. They call me an inspirational speaker. Here's the secret. I don't care what they call me, just as long as they call me, so that I can share my love, share my message, share my challenges and my life lessons, so that you can have a better life. So that's what it's all about. And so today, that's what we're doing today. I'm coming to you from an approach of service. And if you want to ask me any question today on why you should push your button, and what we're talking about is the start broadcast button and get on Periscope, then I'm all ears for that. I'd love to hear it. Let's see if you can inspire me to be back at the gym. Okay, well, I have been told I look like Robin Williams, and that's fantastic, because he's one of my all-time favorite people. I recently spoke in Kentucky. You might think I have an accent, or you might have been in one of my my events in Lexington, Kentucky. But yes, I do have an accent, but it's a pretty good voice, considering I only have about 80% of my tongue left after tongue surgery. So let's get to the point today, because one of the things that is my trademark is I work awfully hard to make sure that I share with you valuable content. And so the first thing I want to tell you is, although you might see me in a car, I have never nor will ever broadcast with a moving vehicle. So my car is parked, for those of you that are concerned that I'm looking at my phone instead of looking at the road. I really appreciate all these hearts. That is so fantastic. And for all of you people that are welcoming, I want to welcome all of you people. I look like a first face on CNN. Actually, my face looks better on radio, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I do have a face for radio. I do love the hearts, and I do appreciate you sharing and by hitting that little Periscope man there and share with other people. So here's the deal. This is why I joined and started, press the button to join Periscope. I was looking to expand and have a larger audience for my material because I speak professionally. I work in a lot of meetings, whether it's conferences, whether it's breakout sessions, and I wanted to appeal to a larger audience so that other people can learn about my story, because quite frankly what I am a full-time full-time entrepreneur that actually professionally speaks, meaning I'm not just giving you all a bunch of fluff. I still live and work daily as an entrepreneur, and so my perspectives are pretty fresh and my feet are on the ground, where I'm always hearing how other people are getting done, how other people are getting it done. And what I'm talking about is thank you. That is a great compliment. Hello, this is MarvinLeBlanc, WXOK Radio. Back to you, Dan, in a moment, page 2. Okay, I'm just goofing and having fun. And I think that's also the first thing you need to do if you decide that you want a Periscope and you haven't done it yet. Your job is to be the best you that you can be. You know I have an accent. I know I have a big nose. I know that I'm a fun person. I also know that I'm not for everybody, because I'm rather blunt, I'm rather direct, and at my age 53, I'm old enough to realize if somebody is shooting me a line of crap. And so I may call you out on it, but I do know what I know, and the people that follow me love me 110%, and I do it back to them. Yes, keep it light and fun. I used to have a coffee cup, and it said, if you're too busy to laugh, you're too damn busy. And so that's how I feel. If you're too busy to laugh, you're too damn busy. You sound like my father's personality. I think that might be a compliment. The other thing that I say about laughter is that humor and laughter, same thing I guess, is serious business. We have to find the humor in everyday life, right? Okay, I'll just let you have a little secret. It wasn't a great morning for me. Okay, it wasn't a great morning for me, but it got better. I'm so close to the scope camera you can smell my breath. Cool. Yeah, humor and laughter is serious business. Etoile Falante is in the house. Spent some time with her over the weekend. She's an amazing talent. The future's so bright for Etoile, she's got to wear shades. She doesn't even know how good she's going to be. And so with Periscope, when you start a broadcast, think about it this way. Do you want a larger audience for your message? If you don't want a larger audience for your message, you might still want to be in Periscope. Really? Why is that? Well, you can use the feature of a private scope. So maybe you only want to privately scope with 6 or 8 or 10, 12 people. You can privately scope. But if you want a larger audience, okay, you should come on a couple of times a day. You should try to be as regular as possible with your scopes. However, life is going to get in the way. I mean, my ideal thing to do is to scope twice a day at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. But I got to mix it up because I have meetings, I have a life, other people need me to sit down with them and either teach them insurance concepts, either teach them sales concepts, leadership concepts, because I'm a small business speaker and I'm a small business sales performance trainer. Okay, so I'm a coach. So here's the thing, is that after you have your larger audience, you can make a choice. You can try to be Mr. All Everything and try to do everything yourself. Okay, so I went through that phase as a younger entrepreneur, and that is so not me. Okay, it's not about me. It's about we. And so this Perry 10K thing that you might have heard, why is everybody talking about that Perry10K.com/join? Well, here's the deal. The reason they're talking about it largely is based on Maslow's needs of hierarchy, and more specifically, I'm talking about when Maslow talked about sense of belonging. Okay? Being in business is very lonely. So you need other people. And so I don't know if Perry 10K found me or I found them, but what I found was a group of people that were extremely optimistic and hopeful, and they weren't negative. They were a group of dreamers. They're not all entrepreneurs yet. Some of them are non-business owners. They come from all walks of life. But what's similar is their heart, y'all. Okay? It's their heart. It's their love. It's their unselfishness. So this Perry 10K thing is a group of givers. Okay? And so I think you'll find that. I don't know anybody that's a part of Perry 10K that are not givers. We dole out an unbelievable amount of free information without counting the cost, meaning it doesn't always come with a sales activity at the end of it. Negative people take and not give. Now that's a good point that David Ballou is pointing out, okay? There's only two kind of people in your world now, y'all, and you got to be one or the other. There's no in the middle, and that is you're either a giver or you're a taker. Now, I'll guarantee you is that what I want to tell you about the givers and takers is this. If you are surrounded by a bunch of takers, that's probably at a time that you're also going to be heading in a negative mind spiral. You're going to have more bad days than good days. And so you got to make the right choices with who you hang around with from the standpoint, are they givers or they're takers. You could be married or in a relationship with a taker, and all I'm going to say to you is you're going to have to choose whether or not you can stay in that relationship or whether or not they can move forward. Hello, Russia. Or whether or not they can move forward to be more of a giver. The next point I want to make about the Perry 10K format, and if you're not involved or you don't want to be a part of those positive people and you just want to do it lone wolf, then the other thing I want to tell you about Periscope broadcasts is this. When you're setting up to do a broadcast, the greatest thing about the broadcast is that it helps you define and organize your thoughts. Now that's a key thing, is it allows you to define and organize your thoughts. Maybe it will help you recommit to whatever your own core values are. So that's been a huge benefit for me. And then the last thing I want to share with you on this short scope, heart it up, girls. Heart it up, guys. Tap, tap, tap. I love you. I appreciate your help in sharing my message so much. The last thing I want to tell you is a little different, and I previously scoped on this maybe about a week to 2 weeks ago. If you go to catch.me/MarvinLeBlanc, you'll be able to find a scope that I did on how you can use Periscope in your Periscope broadcast. I'll tell you that in just a second, how I got involved in Perry 10K. Don't let me forget. Welcome to the house, Jerry Elfs. You can certainly see our replay that's going to be on shortly. But here's the deal. If you ever dreamed about writing a book, or you've listened to Jim Rohn, Brian Tracy, Les Brown, Nito Quabain, these are all friends of mine at the National Speakers Association. We're national members of the National Speakers Association. It's a great organization. If you've ever listened to their tapes and you said, man, boy, I wish I could do that, or I believe I have the talent to do that, but I don't really know how to do that. Well, Shh. Here's a secret. Don't tell too many people, okay? Here's a secret. If you start periscoping, after about, 20 or 30 broadcasts, you're actually going to have enough material and content to where you can write a book, so that you can maybe have a 6 CD set that people can buy. 30 broadcasts, you're probably an expert on something. And with all of that content that is caught on catch.me, whatever / your name, all of those broadcasts can be captured as a replay, and then you can use whatever transcription service you want. The transcription service I've used for years is the good folks over at CopyTalk. If somebody would put that down at the bottom, CopyTalk, it's spelled COPYTALK. And what CopyTalk does is it takes one of my broadcasts with all of the wrong things I said, and it finds my good content, and it puts it in a text message to me, where I can take that text and edit it. It will ultimately end up in a chapter of a book. There you go. Thank you so much for that, Techie, and also that other lady. I think it was a lady. I think it was NO something. She asked about, how did I get involved in Perry 10K? Someone, I think it was David Newman. If y'all are not following David Newman, he's at D Newman. He wrote a book called Do It Marketing. I think he's the guy that introduced me to Periscope, and you may be brand new tonight saying, what the heck is Periscope? And so what ended up happening is I watched 20 or 30 of these Periscope broadcasts. I really had no clue what it was about. And I started studying these people, and they were all so motivated and inspiring. And I'm a guy that's looking for green check marks in an otherwise red X world. And so thank you for putting up that on there, Etoile. So I'm looking for green check marks, and I found them on Periscope. And lo and behold, most of those people that were green check mark people instead of red X people, they all had this Perry 10K thing in common. And so I looked into it. I had to put an application in, and so I guess they check you out, your social media, whatever, and then I was accepted. And we have codes that we follow, behavior codes and things of that nature. And basically, what we do is love and collaborate with each other, and help each other grow their messages. So that's a little whacked out sometimes in a world that I see a lot of times that's largely selfish. So that's what happened to me. Now here's what I didn't know about Periscope, that this is a secret, and I don't expect. Hey Sarah, it was IOH Soap that told me. Ryan, thanks Ryan. So what I didn't realize, and that you probably won't believe me, and it's okay if you don't believe me. A few of you will. Right now we're in early November, and I'm going to say that if you have never broadcast at all, and you start broadcasting on a regular basis, a minimum of once or twice a day, with some quality content and some thought out, organized ideas, literally within 60 days, you're going to have enough broadcasted material that goes over into Catch that you can send to CopyTalk, that you're going to have more than enough material for your first book, for your first audio book, for your first online course. Now, are y'all catching this? Are y'all getting how powerful that is? You see, Fleetwood Mac is a great rock and roll band, right? And Fleetwood Mac has their greatest hits. But when Fleetwood Mac was first performing and creating all their songs, they didn't know what was going to be their greatest hits, right? Y'all follow me? Well, just like here on Periscope, I never know what's going to be my greatest hits. And also what I think might be good might not be what other people think is good. Okay? So you have to go with what the audience really, where you're connecting with the audience. So after 60 days, you're going to have what I'll call, like for Etwali, we'll call her Etwali's first 60 days. Well, man, that girl will have all the material she needs. David Ballou in 60 days. I already know David Ballou personally. I already know what his brand is. If he gets on it twice a day for 60 days, he is going to have so much unbelievable content. And the reason why I'm telling you to stop and cut your book or your online course off after 60 days, here's the secret. Because if you keep going with no deadline, you're going to end up with 3 or 4 books worth of material. Yes, you. The person who's never broadcast before, well, no, Marvin, you don't understand, I'm shy. Okay, let me give you a secret. I couldn't stand looking at myself, still don't, looking at myself at Periscope. I would much rather be speaking on a professional platform in front of 500 people than looking at myself back on this iPhone. It's hard, okay? Thank you, Sarah. So, Sarah, you've read the book, Come Hell or High Water? Is that right? Because I have a new, okay, yes, okay. I'm ready to do it soon. Okay, and look, I want you to follow me. And also, whether it's Sarah or Ryan, you can always personally email me at MarvinLeBlancSpeaker@gmail.com. MarvinLeBlancSpeaker@gmail.com. So if you're embarrassed to ask me a question because you think it's a stupid question, no, there's no stupid questions, okay? I've asked a lot of dumb questions. That's a key, is just to be curious and not beat on yourself, okay? Love who you are. And ask your question to somebody like myself. And here's the thing, if I don't have the question, I know enough people that will get us the answer. There's a lot of Periscope experts out there that follow me and I follow them. And quite frankly, I spent $47. His course just went up to $147. His name is Michael Cinquino, Cinquino. He's the Periscope coach, okay? So I got in his class, like whatever, the first 3 weeks, and he set me on fire. And all I did was, I have this huge notebook that you see right here, and I just took a bunch of notes, and I just tried. And so what I'm asking you to do is have 20 or 30 seconds of courage and just try. And you're going to get some stupid people on here that are going to say dumb things, especially if you're an attractive female. I've talked to a lot of females that apparently attractive females get a lot more trolls and weak, non-dreaming, stupid people that come on. So you're just going to have to hit the delete button every now and then. But don't stop because of those 5 or 10%. Oh, great. I'm glad you're an ugly dude. Hey, me and you, we have hope. We've got hope, dude. Great. That's fine. If you got a beautiful heart, it doesn't matter how ugly your face is. Straight up. Man, I should write that down. I've never said that before. That's good shit. I don't care who you are or not. Y'all will have to be the judge on it. But here's the key, is just to love who you are. Get off of beating on yourself. The other thing is, be you, man. So, like, you don't have to be perfect on Periscope. Matter of fact, if somebody is too perfect, I think that scares the hell out of people. Okay, so, of course, I would say that because I'm not one of those 6'4", great-looking guy. I'm thinking of a man I know that lives in Lafayette, Louisiana. Man, he's eloquent. He's gorgeous. He wears perfect clothes. You know, man, my favorite waistline is 35 inches. Now, if you're a man out there, 35 inches, what a pain in the tail to try to get fitted for. So now, they told me, well, Marvin, you're going to have to go to a 36 or go down to a 34. So I decided, well, I'm going to eat more fried shrimp platters and bowls of gumbo and work my way up to 36. I mean, it takes a commitment to be in a size 36 versus 35, y'all. And so that's a hell of a lot easier, because at 34, I'd be starving myself all the time, just beating up on myself. So I want to end the message. I've enjoyed just having a fun scope with you. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to scope on helping salespeople that are frustrated in the sales process. So if you're a sales manager or you have salespeople that work for you, maybe you're married to a salesperson that's frustrated, tomorrow I'll be dropping the bomb at about 8:40 a.m. Central Standard Time, better known as Gumbo Time, because I'm a South Louisiana Cajun boy, and I'm following a scope that at 8 a.m. that Michael Cinquino is going to do every morning. And so he gets me fired up, and then I'm going to go ahead and share some other truth. So I am Marvin LeBlanc, like Sarah said. I am the author of Come Hell or High Water, Life Lessons from Hurricane Katrina. I am here to serve. I do appreciate greatly your time. Have a great rest of the afternoon. I wish you peace. I wish you love. And I wish you gumbo. Goodbye, everybody, from the Cajun Rambo. Have a great night.